Welcome, everyone, to the Five Senses podcast. I'm Robert Zinni. Tonight, we have a special episode due to the coronavirus. We have Stephen Everett from the Everett Health Department here, and we have Gerry Garvey from Northland Cares. We have Steward from the City of Prescott Tourism Office and Stephen Kartstein from the Elks Theater to talk about really what's going on in Prescott right now. Thank you for coming on short notice.
Oh, our pleasure.
Coronavirus.
Yes.
Right? It's made headway throughout all of the world. Right. So, Stephen, I know that you are kind of like a detective of pandemics. Can you give us just a little bit of background about yourself and then go into how could a virus like this start?
I'm employed as an epidemiologist, so we're kind of a cross between a disease detective and a disease accountant.
Okay. That's pretty
we try to find who gets sick and then determine where they got sick and who they may have infected.
Okay.
And then we track those numbers and report them to CDC. Well, we've been lucky so far. It's, Monday? Monday the 16th. Yeah. And we haven't seen any cases yet. I'm just putting the date because it can change any day now. We have seen 18 cases in Arizona.
Okay.
A few of them just got reported today, but they've all been south. Maricopa, Pima, Pinal, and Graham County.
Okay.
So far we've been lucky.
It's great that we've been lucky.
Yes.
What has the county been doing to try to do some precautionary efforts? Because I would imagine that at some point it's going to reach Yavapai County.
Yeah, it's all but inevitable that we'll see it. So we're taking this time to really prepare people. We're doing a lot of outreach. So we're really pushing the message of practice really good hygiene and social distancing. Those are the keys to keep yourself healthy. Okay,
good advice. So Gerry, you are here from Northland Cares.
I am.
Can you just speak a little bit about your organization and then go into what your organization's been doing for the virus?
The CDC has sent out a message to all healthcare providers, not just clinics like ours, that they are the front lines. If they have a patient that presents to them and they feel that they have the symptoms, we have access to tests through now private labs.
Okay.
And we call the labs, they send over the tests, we test these people, and I think that really your healthcare providers are your frontline people.
With regard of testing, what is the test and how long would an individual have to wait for the results of their test?
Okay, well, the test itself only takes about 8 hours.
Okay.
But then there's transport. For private labs, they tend to have a central testing area, so they have to ship it to the area, then test. So it could take up to 2 to 3 days.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so should somebody be super worried during that 2 to 3 day period, or should they go to the doctors if it progresses?
Oh, definitely go to the doctor if it progresses. Okay. If you start having symptoms of difficulty breathing, pressure or pain in the chest that won't go away, any of those, call the emergency room or call 911. Always call before you go anywhere because you want them to expect you.
What about people's anxiety and fear? Does that play into like impacting their health?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, most definitely, yes. Okay. We always wanted to watch out because either people will panic and start buying up toilet paper, or they'll just not think of it at all and just carry on. It's just like those people in hurricanes.
Yeah. Right.
You'll see them walking around in hurricanes, and then you hear 92 people died. So you don't want to let fear get to you, but you want to be concerned. You want to be prepared, make sure you understand what's going on. You want situational awareness.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But staying calm is the best thing you can do.
Okay.
So mainly just say, stay calm, wash your hands.
It seems like with this pandemic, this virus, everything's changing every 15 minutes, right? And we are more concerned about what's going on in the Prescott community, especially if we have to go into this 14-day quarantine zone. Mm-hmm. So with the CDC regulations, what are we doing both on the city level but also at the entertainment level to meet those regulations so we can stop the spread of this before it really impacts our community?
I would just encourage everybody, the city is really trying to work with all public health officials right now. There's been great communication amongst the city, the county, and the state. And so I would just continue to tell everybody to watch all the social channels, to watch the news channels, The city does have its own website set up. That is prescott-az.gov, and there is a COVID-19 box that you can click on, and that will be continually updated with things that we find out and that we feel are important. I will tell you that we are taking directives from the CDC and the county. So anything that they are saying, we are trying to follow suit.
Okay. Cool. And Stephen?
Well, from the art side, we're definitely being impacted. The theater itself is basically closed down for the next 2 weeks through the end of the month.
Okay.
Shows have been canceled out of abundance of caution and as per the directives coming through from the state and federal government. The performing arts side is a little bit different. We have private lessons that go on there on the second floor and some of the other private events on the third floor that are still ongoing.
Okay.
But there's definitely, we're feeling the crunch already, no doubt about it.
Right. So with a virus like this, we haven't really seen anything like this. I mean, I know we had SARS back in early 2000s. I was in high school and we had to cancel a trip to Toronto, whatever. But what have you noticed in our community? Like, what has our community members been talking about, sharing fears, maybe just expressing their thoughts about this virus?
From my experience, it's just been that it's still pretty unknown, and
Okay.
people are trying to, make sure they have the correct information,
Right.
to follow the correct, set of instructions. So that has been my experience.
Okay.
The people that I've spoken to at the Performing Arts Center are more involved with the day-to-day aspects of it and how is it going to affect them? Are they going to have to not have their classes anymore? Mm-hmm. How are they going to communicate to all the people that they know? But also they're trying to get a handle on what it is that's actually happening out there, because they're just in disbelief as to what's happening. They don't know where to go to get the right information or who to talk to. I've tried to direct them to the CDC website or the state Department of Health. Just go there. Don't listen to your neighbors and your friends because they don't know.
And a good way to stay up to date, Anne, is you were telling me earlier that there's a press conference for Prescott tomorrow?
Yes. So the mayor of Prescott, Mayor Greg Mingarelli, will be doing a press conference. That will be happening. It's a live Facebook event.
Awesome.
It will be at 4:00 tomorrow, March 17th, on the City of Prescott Facebook page. So I encourage everyone to tune into that press conference. That will probably be the first of, maybe a couple.
Okay.
I don't know at this time, but I would just encourage everybody to do that. And again, you just go to the City of Prescott Facebook page at 4:00 tomorrow.
That's great that our city is taking action, because again, we live in this time of uncertainty. We don't know how it is, and it's always nice to hear from your local lawmakers, and hopefully our community can respond pretty well at it, because I know that a lot of community members are communicating with each other and making sure that everyone here is going to be safe, because we really don't know what's going on. The primary elections are still going to be held on March 17th. Yavapai County has 25 drop-off locations, and Yavapai County allows you to submit your ballot in any of these locations. 5,000 people didn't receive their mail-in ballots yet and can go to these centers to drop off or vote in person. Some of these centers in Prescott include Prescott Community Center, Yavapai College, Trinity Presbyterian Church, and Yavapai County office on Fair Street. What you just heard was a preview from our special coronavirus podcast. For more information, go to the link below in our description and go to 5enses.mag.com for more information.